Why Willow's law won't protect children. Any young person's death by suicide is a heartbreaking tragedy. Both bullying and suicide-related behavior need to be urgently addressed, but our response has to reflect a balanced understanding of the issues informed by the best available research. The polarized way these discussions are framed tends to ignore the difference between circumstances being related to an event versus being direct causes. When it comes to kids, the focus on blame, shame, and criminalization can be a roadblock to getting the professional support that is needed for prevention. Children have no choice over their circumstances, but we have a choice to protect all children, including ones who commit crimes because of their circumstances. Any legal sanctions against young children demand careful consideration. We have to ask, will the law actually address the problem it is intended to address? Is it enforceable? What are some possible unintended consequences of this law? Of course, this is well-intentioned, and nothing that I'm going to say is intended as a personal criticism towards anyone who has lost a child so tragically. As an autistic child, I was subjected to extreme physical and verbal bullying throughout school by both kids and adults, so I get it. But let me break down some of the information from the Willow's Law website and show some evidence to show my concerns with what the petition asks for. It says that every case of bullying is a human life. What's missing here is an acknowledgement that bullying is never about one human life. All children matter. Framing the issue of bullying as being a single, direct cause of suicide is not just unhelpful, it's potentially harmful. Risk factors for suicide are a complex interplay of factors, mostly outside of children's control. Clearly, victims are at increased risk for suicide-related behavior, but those who are both victims and bullies have the highest risk for suicide. Thankfully, most young people who are involved in bullying do not engage in suicide-related behavior. Discussing these issues without nuance suggests that suicide is a natural response to being bullied. This misdirects attention from evidence-based support and treatment to those who are bullied, as well as those who bully others. It deflects from other important risk factors that need to be addressed, like substance abuse, mental illnesses, family dysfunction, etc. Action for Children analysis of the Millennium Cohort Study showed that children who experienced DV at age 3 had 30% higher than average antisocial behaviors at age 14. Children face barriers to accessing support for DV in at least 2/3 of local authorities. It says the petition isn't about criminalizing children, but that's exactly what it's asking for. It's the very first proposal. We have decades of research showing that criminalizing children does more harm than good. Kids who are exploited by adults often commit crimes directly related to their exploitation. They are coerced, threatened, or influenced, but too scared to speak up. When they get a criminal justice response without recognition of their exploitation, they are then being victimized twice and paying for the crimes of their exploiters. Some are dropped by support services for absconding because they're being trafficked. Then there's what happens once they are in the criminal justice system. 82% of these kids have neurodivergent conditions. Young offender institutions have significantly higher levels of violence than adult prisons because of understaffing and lack of adequate education or rehabilitation. Solitary confinement and the use of tasers in the UK youth justice system are a continuing concern raised by human rights organizations. Bullying behavior may be an important signal that mental health services and additional support are needed. Many bullies first have a history of being bullied and then begin to bully peers. They suffer from both emotional problems and aggression. A strong sense of connectedness to caring, responsible adults at school reduces risk. Youth who are able to cope with problems in healthy ways and solve problems peacefully are less likely to engage in suicide and bullying-related behaviors. Developing problem-solving skills, building resilience, increasing social intelligence and empathy provide coping skills that reduce risk. Adults are the ones with the responsibility here.